My Little Pony Friendship is Magic is undoubtedly 100%, do not try and argue with me about this, the best show in television history. In 2013, the absolutely genius brains at Hasbro were like, what if these ponies were human? And I ate it up. I loved Equestria Girls. I owned every single movie. I still know the entirety of Rainbow Rocks by heart, every single word. But now that I am no longer in the target demographic, I recognize that these movies, as iconic as they are not without flaws, mainly in the character design department. Other than the blatantly obvious incorrect anatomy, I think that these designs serve their purpose well and are simple but full of personality. But also, why is she purple? I hate that they did this. This was a coward move, Hasbro, making all of the characters racially ambiguous. I can understand why they did it, so please don't come into my comments explaining why they did it, because I know, guys, I promise I know. So I am going to try and do what should have been done 10 years ago, and see if I can improve on these designs. The Equestria Girls movies were made to promote the fashion dolls, and fashion is a very strong word. Some of these outfits are absolute bangers. Rarity's dress in the first movie, top tier, but some of them are atrocious. I'm sorry, they're bad. And I'm not trying to say I'm the fashion overlord or anything. I'm not trying to dictate what these fictional pony humans wear. I'm just saying that pretty much every single one of these outfits is very dated. It is very obviously from 2013. I'm not trying to spoil the video or anything, but I mostly changed their outfits. That was most of what I did. But you should still watch the video anyway, please. Okay, this intro is long enough. Let's get started. I decided to start with Rarity because I knew she'd probably be pretty easy. I already really like her original Equestria Girl design. The only thing I really have a problem with is her outfit. Like I said, the outfits are just a little bit dated, really not my preference, and the boots, while they are so cool, I wanted all of their boots, all 6 of their boots. They don't really fit in with the setting, in my opinion. I think they were just made to look cool. Another problem I really have with the Equestria Girls, and a lot of people had problems with this when the movies were first released, is they all have the exact same body type. Every single girl character in the movies was made with the exact same base. So they have the exact same body type, and that is so boring. So for Rarity, I just made her generally curvy. I made her tall, in addition to her high heels, because, oh my god. And then I just simplified her hair a little bit. I gave her some earrings. I'm not the biggest fan of how they did the hair in Equestria Girls, keeping them pretty much the exact same as when in their ponies, because while that does make them visually more similar so that you can connect the dots, I mean, you can obviously tell which human is supposed to be which pony, but it just fits in more with their pony designs. I never really liked that because it was hard for me to draw in 3rd grade. So I made her hair a more realistic shape, but one thing I did not do was change the color. What I wanted to do, I wasn't trying to make them realistic at all. I kept the same color palette, and I just altered the colors to make them either more or less saturated, depending on what I preferred, and I also gave them skin tones, but I wanted to make sure that they still would fit in the Equestria Girls universe. Like, if Hasbro was to reboot the Equestria Girls franchise just to make them a little bit more realistic, I'm saying it realistic in air quotes, but still definitely have the My Little Pony charm, this is maybe what they would look like. This is mostly just me changing their outfits, making a little bit of alterations to their designs, and giving them skin tones. They are still definitely supposed to look like My Little Pony characters. One thing I also wanted to do in this video was rewrite the story of the first Equestria Girls movie, because as much as I love that movie, it holds a very special place in my heart. Rewatching it now, it's really convoluted. It doesn't make a lot of sense. So I wanted to redesign the characters like they were in college. I want Canterlot High School, now it's Canterlot University. Go Wonder Colts. I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me that they had the characters be in high school when they're pony equivalents who you would assume are around the same age. They're living on their own. Rarity owns her own boutique. They're all adults, young adults at least, but they're adults. So here in my rewrite, they're all adults, they're all in college, and they're all studying different things at Canterlot University. In the original Equestria Girls movie, all of the main six, with the exception of Twilight, obviously, they were friends. So now I'm just having them be friends in high school instead of middle school. They had a falling out before they all graduated, but then they all ended up attending Canterlot University, so they run into each other. Rarity is obviously studying fashion. For her outfit, I gave her sort of a drop neck shirt. I thought she'd wear something like that. I kept the color palette mostly the same, except I gave her a pencil skirt and I made it black. I just thought it made her look really mature, really refined. She knows exactly what she's going to wear every single day. She looks a little bit more adult than I intended her to. That's just my bad. I mean, it was just my personal preference. I think this outfit's really pretty, but I can understand why it wouldn't be for everybody. When I see other people humanize the My Little Ponies or just redesign the Equestria Girls, I've seen a very strange amount of people putting Rarity in straight up ball gowns. And while they're gorgeous, she needs something practical, I would think. She's a working woman. She runs a boutique. She sews things, she makes clothes, she works with her hands a lot. And I just don't see the practicality in putting her in a straight up ball gown, especially when they redesign the other characters and they're all wearing normal outfits. Rarity is just in a straight up floor-length evening gown. I just really don't... It's not practical. This is definitely not me trying to crap on other artists. Any interpretation of any character is valid, and I like them. They're pretty. I just wanted to put her in something practical. You'll see in the pieces that I'm doing today that I also drew the ponies. I changed a little bit of their designs. That's just how I draw ponies. Really not much to talk about here. Anyways, here is Miss Rarity. I gave her a little bit more jewelry. I gave her some really nice nails. I think she turned out gorgeous. Let me know what you think. I'll be honest and say that I used to really not like Fluttershy. I don't know why. I didn't really have a valid reason, but I did a lot of stupid things when I was 7, and one of those stupid things was hating on Fluttershy. But now that I am old and wise, Fluttershy has definitely grown to be one of my favorite characters. She is just so sweet. She's so precious. I love Fluttershy so much. So I knew that for this redesign, I wanted to capture more of her innocent, shy nature. I think that her original design is really cute, but I just feel like her outfit doesn't fit her. I feel like her shape language just doesn't really convey shy as much as I think it should have. One of the most important parts of a character design is their silhouette. So I gave Fluttershy a very sleek silhouette, like she's trying to blend in, she's not trying to stand out, maybe like Rarity or Pinkie Pie would. Like with Rarity, I made the shape of her hair more realistic. I made it straight. It's pin straight. So I thought that would fit a little bit better with her. More, I guess simple is the word I would use. Her more simple silhouette, instead of the kind of wavy curly thing she's got going on in her original design. I gave her a turtleneck, and then I gave her a little dress over her turtleneck. I'm a big fan of putting dresses over shirts, apparently. I did it with My Melody, and now I'm doing it with Fluttershy, and I will probably continue to do it in the future. Because I wasn't working from scratch like I was with the Sanrio redesigns, go check out that video if you haven't yet, it was a lot more relaxing for me. These designs were very therapeutic in a way, because I love My Little Pony so much and Equestria Girls was such a big part of my childhood. These were really special to me, so I hope they're really special to you too. I know that a lot of different people have a lot of different headcanons on what race the My Little Pony characters would be. And honestly, that's a topic for a different video. I'm not here to get into all of that today. When I was picking the skin tones for the characters, not a lot of thought went into them, honestly. It was just, I picked a color. I know that there are a lot of really popular headcanons, like Pinkie Pie being black. I didn't draw Pinkie Pie in this video. But honestly, it just, it's whatever. If you didn't know, I'm mixed black and white, so there weren't a lot of characters that looked like me in media, and as such a big fan of My Little Pony, I know that I would have really appreciated seeing myself in the Equestria girls. Because none of them have canon races, I think it's fine to do pretty much whatever you want with them. Tell me what your headcanons are. What do you think the characters would be? Tell me in the comments. Anyways, here is Fluttershy. She is studying vet med at Canterlot University. And I think she turned out super cute. I love her. Everything in her wardrobe is pastel or earth-toned or things like that. Surprise, gang! The third character in this video is not going to be one of the main 6, but instead, Sunset Shimmer. Spoilers for the Equestria Girl movies, I guess. If you haven't watched them, go watch them right now, and then come back to this video. But, spoilers. Anyways, so Sunset Shimmer is actually the villain of the first movie, but she's redeemed by the second movie and then actually becomes one of the main characters in the second, third, and fourth movie. Words cannot describe to you how much I love Sunset Shimmer. Her design, I think it's not the best, but I think what they were going for was super interesting. Just the concept, her hair is great, her attitude, her voice, I love her. Because now in my redesign, Equestria Girls takes place at a college, I think that Sunset Shimmer would be studying? Hello? Now that Equestria Girls takes place at a college instead of a high school, I guess instead of Princess of the, the Fall Formal, instead of Princess of the Fall Formal, Sunset Shimmer would be like Homecoming Queen or something. And so the same shenanigans happen, Twilight loses her crown or whatever. Everything is just the same. I just feel like the environment of Canterlot High School would be a lot better as a college. I feel like you could do more with the characters. If they were older, it would make a little bit more sense for like Pinkie Pie to be living on her own with her sister. Anyways, getting into the coloring, Sunset Shimmer is the only one whose colors I changed, and it was only mild. I just made her hair less saturated because, oh my goodness, her hair hurts my eyes. I'm not even joking. So I made her hair more of an orange instead of a bright red, and the highlights are less highlighter yellow and more gold to look like flames like they were supposed to. I knew that if they were going to be at a college that Sunset Shimmer would need like a major, so I decided that she's studying journalism. I don't know, I think she looks like a journalist. When it comes to her outfit, I also made the colors a lot less saturated because, let's be honest, none of these colors go together. I don't know what's going on here. What are you wearing? I kept the leather jacket though because I could not, in good conscience, get rid of it. It is so iconic. So amazing, so stunning, one of the best choices in character design ever, period, 100%. Sunset Shimmer is mixed because I'm mixed and I like Sunset Shimmer, that's my only reasoning. Don't talk to me about it. Honestly, when it comes to character redemptions, I think that Sunset Shimmer's was handled surprisingly well. Like, you don't normally see this level of thought and care put into a character's redemption arc. Like in the second movie, after she's been forgiven at the end of the first movie, everybody in the school still doesn't like her. They're all still nervous around her. They don't immediately accept her like back into the public, the school body. Like, everybody is still afraid of her because she was a bully, and they have every right to have not forgiven her yet. But I think that that's really cool that they decided to depict something like that instead of everybody just pretending like nothing happened and everybody is all buddy-buddy, you know? I might try and redesign Sunset Shimmer's outfit from the 3rd and 4th movies, but this depiction of her right here is just supposed to be her in the 1st movie. Her being mean, kind of nasty to people. She's still slaying though. She is still slaying, even if she's being mean to people. Her hair was a little bit difficult because that silhouette is just so perfect to me. Like, her hair is just so great, so trying to translate it over into my style was a little bit difficult, but I think I did an alright job. Like, you know, kind of curly, I don't know. I was really tired when I drew this, guys. You can see now that we're kind of getting to the end of the video, and you might be asking, Lucky, where's everybody else? We're missing 4 characters, and I promise that they will probably most likely be in a future video. So if you want to see that, leave a comment, tell me which ponies you want to see next. Anyways, here is Sunset Shimmer, and she is ready to step on your face. So obviously I didn't get to all of the main 7 in this video. It's been a pretty hectic week. So I'll get to the other 4 eventually. But even though I only accomplished these 3, I'm still really happy with them. I think they turned out pretty good. I think they're relatively faithful to what the original designers for Equestria Girls were going for. Anyways, I've really enjoyed taking you guys' suggestions, reading your comments. They're all really sweet. And I'm really excited for the next video. Let me know what you want to see in the comments. It doesn't have to be My Little Pony. It can be anything you want to see me draw. It doesn't even have to be redesigns. Just let me know what content you want me to make, and I'll make it. If you hadn't noticed, my little character wasn't drawing in the corner on the speed paints. I'm just trying to make a different animation, and animation takes a long time. So it'll probably be back within the next few videos or so. I'm still experimenting, so just please be patient with me. Anyways, that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully I'll be able to post videos every week to 2 weeks. This one's coming out a little bit early, just as a little treat to you guys, just to give you a little something to snack on. Alright, I've been Inkyo, and I will see you very soon.